and my car history, sort of, a small car history that it is. But yeah, my first car that I drove was a 1990 Honda Accord. Yes, and that wasn't mine. No, that was not mine. That was my dad's that he let me drive. I had to drive it, or I got to drive it. It was awesome. I love that car. It was great. I wish we still had it. It was really cool. It had seatbelts. All my friends loved it. They would all go crazy when they saw it because it had the automatic seatbelts. So it when you open the door, the seatbelt would go over to here, and then when you closed it, it would go back down. And everyone thought it was the coolest thing ever. At least I think they did. I thought it was cool. But and then so I had to pay for gas and everything for that car. I didn't own it. My dad, my parents, I thank them for this because it taught me a lesson. You know, that you're not supposed to just hand stuff to you. You know, that's not the way we did it. But I got to drive that car, and so like one day we were cruising down the street. My dad saw this gold Volkswagen Golf GTI, and he bought it for like $6 grand, and we had it for a couple years. And then when I was like, I don't know if I had just turned 19 or if I was 18, I bought it from him for $2,500, and it was a 2001 model, and it was gold. Did I mention it was gold? And yeah, it was awesome. I love that car. If you're looking into buying a Volkswagen that's over 10 years old, just forget about it, because it's gonna break down and it's gonna be horrible, and the maintenance is gonna be ridiculous on it. So don't do it. Just don't do it. But I liked that car. It was fun. It was really quick. I liked messing around. I crashed it a couple times. Yeah. But yeah, that's the only car I've ever had. Once that died, then I had to get another one. And so all the cars that I was looking at, at first I really wanted to like stay with Volkswagen, because I was like, I started out in a Volkswagen, you know, and I wanted to stay with it through the end. But then after all the maintenance and all the crap that I went through, I was like, nope, forget about it. It's done. I'm not doing that again. I don't want to go through this again. It was horrible. It was like something was going wrong every month. It was awful, and stuff was just breaking out every day. It was bad. Don't get a Volkswagen. But so then I was like, you know, I should just get something more reliable. So I thought Honda, obviously, you know, and I wanted something fast. You know, I didn't want to. I'm a car enthusiast, so you know, I didn't just want to get, you know, like an Accord or whatever, another Accord. But so I was looking at getting oh my gosh, I was looking at getting a Civic Si, and after looking at, you know, some reviews and stuff, I was like, you know, that it doesn't really look all that good, and it doesn't have like the power I wanted. And there was a huge are we gonna go? Alright. But anyway, yeah, I was looking at a Civic Si, and even at one point I was gonna get I wanted something that I could modify and something that I could build myself. So I mean, I didn't want to get something older and something that could be like, I didn't want to get something that was already like slammed, you know, and loud and already modified and stuff. I'm really sorry if this footage turns out to be horrible, because this camera is not working. Maybe if I did that would probably help. But you know, I didn't want to get something that was already like modified a lot. I wanted to get something stock, because I wanted to do it myself. I wanted like the satisfaction of building it, you know. And but I didn't really. They were kind of, the Hondas were kind of expensive, and I didn't think they looked all that great, and I couldn't really find a four-door. Okay, so one of the reasons why I bought this car, the 2013 Focus ST, was well, first of all, I wanted to get something with 4 doors, because insurance is cheaper with 4 doors, and I do want to have kids one day, so I didn't want to have to, you know, like, I didn't want to buy like a 2-seater and then have to sell it, you know, when I have kids, because I guess I get attached to things, so I didn't want to have to give it up like that. But so I wanted something with 4 doors, you know, with at this restaurant one day, and I saw a Ford Focus pull up, and it was red, just like this one. It was really funny, and I heard it, and I was like, oh man, I like fell in love right then. I was like, and that sounds good. And I looked it up, and it had never crossed my mind, because I thought that it was gonna be like way out of my price range, and I was like, nah, I probably can't afford that. But I looked it up, and sure enough, it was less than a Honda, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, I'll take that. So I bought one, and then I financed it. Obviously, you know, I didn't pay in cash. I wish I could have, but so yeah, and there I ended up. I was also looking at Golf R's and stuff, and a Subaru BRZ at one point, but that was too slow, way too slow. And you know, every time I tell someone like what kind of car I have, or like, hey, I got one of those, or yeah, I got this, you know, they'll be like, oh, that's dumb. Like, everybody at work, I don't know why, I don't really get this whole Ford Chevy rivalry. I mean, they both make good cars. Just deal with it. But everyone's like, oh, dude, what's that? You know, they ask me how much I spent on it, and I'll tell them, and then they'll say, oh, what? They'll be like, for that money, you could have gotten, you know, a 2013 Camaro SS. And I was like, well, yeah, but this is what I wanted. And you know, I guess it goes back. You know, when I was growing up and in high school, you know, I watched Top Gear just about every day. Top Gear UK, all right. So you know, and when I was growing up, you know, you see a Mustang here and there, you think it's cool, but like when I watched Top Gear, I was like opened up to this whole world of cars, and that's when it like really the car enthusiast in me really like came out, you know, because I was like, wow, I didn't know all these cool cars existed. You know, it kind of shone down on me, you know, the European-ness of this car. You know, I really wanted something that was a hatchback, you know, a hot hatchback. I really like that's a thing, you know. And if you don't know what a hot hatchback is, it's sort of like an economy car. So you take just a regular old car, and then you put, you know, a bigger engine in it or a faster engine in it, and you soup up the suspension, and you pretty much make a regular car a lot faster. And I like that because, you know, it's really practical. You know, you can drive it around town and stuff, and drive it all the time, drive it on the highway. You know, it gets decent gas mileage, but also, you know, like, you can bang it on the back roads, and it still puts a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I wanted something that was sort of in that general area, and that's another reason why the Honda shut me down, because it didn't come in a hatchback, and I hate that. I hate that cars like that don't come in a hatchback, because they used to, but they don't now. So my car's biggest competitors, I would say, the two competitors, is the Mazda Speed 3, which is faster than this, and then there's the Golf GTI, which is slower than this. So this is sort of like the medium, and that's what I really I liked, because I didn't want to get, you know, I don't want to be the slowest out of the factory, but you know, it's not the fastest out of the factory, but I can certainly get to that point, you know, with some modifications. But so the reason I went with this one is pretty simple. You know, the middle, it pretty much explains itself. You know, you don't want to get, so the Mazda is quite a bit faster, and it has a bigger engine, but the interior isn't really, it's just a Mazda 3, you know. And then the Volkswagen, you know, it wasn't as fast as this, but the interior, you know, it's German, so, you know, it's pristine and you know, leathery and stuff. But you know, and this one, you know, I got Recaro seats, which none of those two have really racing seats. They might have like some bucket seats, but I mean, I love these seats so much. They're really nice. And you know, I really wanted to get, I made sure I got the I got a Sony stereo system in this, touchscreen. It doesn't have GPS, which, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, but you know, if it has the touchscreen, I figure it would come with GPS, but it doesn't. But whatever, that's another day. But yeah, I felt like this was a good medium in between the two, and I liked the way that these were spec'd out. I just felt like my opinion needed to be voiced, you know, because all these haters, you know, everyone wants to hate because, you know, it's not, my car is not fast or whatever. Like, like you could have gotten something so much better. But I mean, I'm perfectly fine with this car. I love this car. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.